something I've been harping on about in my previous episodes is the concept of a win and a learn. You either have a win, you don't have a loss. You've got to learn. What do you see as some of the biggest learning moments in those first couple of years where you'd had this realization? And was there any particular moment where you were like, "Damn, this might not work"?
So first of all, I think that when you talk about winning and learning, that ratio is probably along the lines of like 80% of things not working. And I think that's depending on what kind of industry that you're in. If you're really pioneering an industry, it's probably even higher than that, right? Like it's probably like most things you do will not work. Everything's an experiment. Give it a crack and hope. So for us, I think that ratio was fairly high. So there's a hell of a lot of learning that was done during that phase. If I have to think about it, I think one of the things that perhaps we could have learned earlier would have been learning how to learn. And what I mean by that is like learning how to reflect on, having the time to be able to like reflect on some of the decisions that you've made and like what made that decision good, what made it bad, and try to iterate on that. And I think that there is this thing that people talk about now, like decision journals, where it's kind of like, basically document, here's the information I have right now. Here's the decision I'm going to make off that. And then let's review whether that was a good idea, once that decision results, come through. And it's sometimes hard to like decouple that because sometimes really great results come from really crappy decisions. And sometimes really great decisions result in, crappy results as well. So it's I think if I had to reflect on it, the number one learning that I would have had over that period is get good at learning early on.